Hey everyone, so in today's makeup tutorial I decided to film my everyday going to work makeup routine, and then when I went to film it I decided to switch up my skin, my foundation routine. So there is my everyday but I switched up my base. Does that make sense? And I actually hope that you really like it. I am very, very impressed of the finished result. I only did it once on my Instagram and I loved it. So I do think if you can perfect this technique, it would be very beneficial for you if you're ever in a rush. I love it, so I think I will be doing more of that. Also incorporated in my new routine. So yeah, without further ado, if you want to know what I'm talking about, then just keep on watching. Okay, so for my base, I'm actually going to try and switch it up. I've done this on my Instagram page and it came out really nice and I haven't done it since. So let's just try for this video. I don't typically do this going to work, but it is very quick if you perfect the technique. It is very quick. So there's a few things you need and it is going to have to be all liquids or creams for this to work. So the foundation I'm picking is the Revolution Body Veil Hyaluronic Acid Vitamin C, and this is in the shade F11.2 because this is my natural tan, but I always wear foundations on my face and I always try and keep my skin out of the sun, my face. So that's why my face doesn't match my body. It's cruelty free and this is vegan. So this is going to be my foundation. I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away Liquid Concealer. This one is in shade Fair, number 4. You need, so 2 liquids. The third liquid I'm going to use is my blush, and I'm going to use Peach Sugar. So this is by Made by Mitchell, and it is a cream blush, or blush should I say. So that's that. And then for the bronzer of choice, I'm going to pick Huda Beauty In Light Tantra, so another cream product. So as you can see, I have 4 cream products, and the last thing that you do need, okay, is that blusher doesn't want to stay around. The last thing you need is a setting spray. Setting spray of your choice, obviously all these of your choice. But I will say this, I have not used this technique, like I said, I only did it once, with a matte foundation. It was this foundation I used purely because it's going to be easy to buff. So bear that in mind. I'm not sure if the technique is really ideal for foundations that have a matte finish because they're harder to buff. Okay, so without further ado, let's just jump in to the skin. So I'm going to go and use my Slay All Day setting spray. Okay, getting the skin nice and moist, which everybody hates that word, and I definitely agree. Going in with my Charlotte Tilbury in the concealer. So all you want to do is start to really twist it up. All you want to do is start to dot this, whatever concealer you have, place it where you would typically use it. So for me, it's the center of the face, mainly is where I would put concealer, especially around this area, the chin, and maybe going like this, okay? Just place the concealer where you typically would place it in little dots. Okay, so next up, I'm going to go and use this foundation. I'm going to obviously use a smaller brush and you plop it down. Plop it? That's a weird... But I'm just going to use it in between where I would kind of have more of my foundation just showing with no other products. You know, like you only really see your foundation here in the center here, really, don't you? And then like just in the gaps. Honestly, I'm not too neat with this, so like so. Okay, just trust the process. Then I'm going to go in with my blush even, in Peach Sugar. And obviously I only use blush, I only use it here and here, just say. Here and here. I mean, you can do, depending on what shape, some people go like, you know, do the W, the C, whatever. I like to have it quite high on my cheekbones. A little goes a long way with this product. And then lastly, I'm going to go into my Huda Beauty Tantra, and all you want to do is then place this where you would typically place your tan colour. So I am going to dip. This goes a little goes a long way. Don't go too heavy with this. And I am going to dot it kind of in between where I would typically use my tan. Definitely along the forehead. Love that. And then I do like to go down the nose and just kind of, you don't have to do dots for this because obviously it's more precise. So next you just want to go here and very little here because it fades. And then I think I'll just go a little bit long here. It doesn't matter if it goes on top of a colour, like, because we are going to be buffing it in. But yeah, I think that's all I want to do with the contour. We don't want to go too heavy because I always go too heavy with this. And then all you want to do, girls and gals, is you want to get that setting spray. You want to get that money. I don't know the words to that. I'm not even going to try. So whatever, I always just use my Real Techniques brush, but you can use your sponge. I don't think you can use your hands for this, so sponge or brush, or I don't think you can use a flat brush either. But this and this, set in between and buff, starting by the lighter colour, going to the next colour, like finishing with the darkest colour, okay? So let's start to buff. By hydrating your face in between, it does make it easier. So I'm starting with the lightest colour, so that's the concealer, and under my eye, and then you kind of just start to buff and pat, buff and pat. See? Okay, and then start with the lightest colour. I'm just using like a bouncing motion so that where I lay the colours stay in place. Can you see that? And then, yeah, basically just flip around the brush and keep buffing. If your product starts to set and is difficult to move, just use the setting spray to make it more buffable again. I'm not using that word. But look at that already, look. How quick is this? Like, I just think if you keep doing this with a lot of practice, how quick would your face application be? Honestly, I only sprayed that once. I will spray it on my nose as well, to buff the smaller area, but I want to use a smaller brush for that. That's why I haven't really bounced this over, because it'll just get really messy, I think. So I'm just using the set. Oh, that had still some contour from the last time, so yeah, that was. So I'm just using a clean brush and I'm just buffing it in. So using the smaller brush, start with the light and then buff the dark. Lads, that is it. Like, I'm sorry, but comment down below if you think this is a good technique. Would you do this before work? Would you think you have time? I mean, I actually love the finish of that. Of course, you can use, you know, like the highlighting dots as well. You could add like as much products as you want on the skin. Sorry, I'm just taking off the foundation on my lips. But this is typically what I would use. I don't really use a lot of highlighting products when I'm going to work because I have oily skin. So I'm just going to set it for the last time with this spray, set it in place. So I'm going to go into my powder now to really set my foundation. I'm going to use my Bake and Set Translucent Powder by Morphe. This one's the translucent, there's no colour. I like to get quite a dense brush to really pat this product in, so I kind of empty it out on the lid. And see the way it's packed on that, and I don't buff it on my skin, I actually bounce it on my skin, and this gives it kind of like a bake situation. And then I just go under my eye, and I really just focus this in the center of my face, and I don't care for anywhere else. Like, I don't care for out here, or, you know, you can just put powder where you want to just keep nice and set and not shiny. So center of the face, done. You can of course go in with more powder products, but when I'm rushing to work, I only go and do it all once because I'm going to work. I'm not really too fussed about layering a lot of makeup on. It's just just so that I look, you know, professional for work. So this for me is perfect. I am going to do my brows. I'll grab this by NYX and it is in the shade Brunette. And then I basically mimic little hair strokes. So how far are we? We're on 11 minutes now. So that did not take that long to do. So yeah, I'm just grabbing this little pencil and running it through my brows. I don't really go crazy with eyebrow like products. I like my natural hair, so I just kind of tidy them up with like a little brush, and there's like little gaps in this brow and I just fill them in. I don't really do much, and then all I do is grab the spoolie end and maybe brush the product through so it doesn't look too done. I haven't yet ventured in getting the lamination brows, but I don't know if I would like that on me because I do have quite thick brows that if I got laminated brows that they would go like real Wolverine-y and then they'd be stuck like that, so no. Anyways, let's move on. This is the palette I've been using like religiously going to work. It's so handy. It's by Be Perfect. It's called Manifest. Love the name, and it just has everything. Okay, so I do typically, when I don't do all that like liquid base technique, I always just put my foundation on and then use these. But I just wanted to switch it up for this video. So I will do the eyes like I typically do for work, and I tend to grab one brush and just bounce between all these eyeshadows. So this one is by My Kiko, and it's like one of my favorite brushes. It's called My Precise Crease in 1.20. I'm gonna go in with Seek, which is the lightest brown. This is like a small fluffy brush. It's very important for this because you need it to buff and you need it small and precise. So I like to kind of start by buffing over the lid, and I tried to do a smoky wing. That's all I tried to do for work. I don't really, and I got, like, believe it or not, this, now I hope this goes good for this video, but I'm just so quick at doing this and I don't really care if it's messy because it kind of just looks like it's supposed to be like that. So I kind of do underneath and attach to the bottom so that it looks like all one. And I make sure to buff it quite down like that and then up to the end of my brow bone so that I can fit other colours underneath that. So like I said, I'm kind of going quite thick because you're like, whoa. But I am going to go in with other colours, so you need it to be quite thick. Then I go into the next colour, which is Want. And I try to just get that colour on the tip, and I drag it really close to that lash line. Like really tight. And then I try my best to go on top and buff it tighter to the lash line. Again, when I'm rushing to work, I really don't care. It probably end up being like a muddy mess, but I'm just being like honest with you of how I do my makeup for work. And it's quick and easy. So as you can see, I just go like that. Done. And then if you want to be really, you know, defined, I might tip into the black, bing bong, like that. And then even tighter again. It just gives more definition. And then right in the corner again. Can you see that? It does help the little wing here. Still using the same brush, haven't been like cheating, whatever. Just go over your lash line like that and flick it out and up. And you should have something like this. Just buff away any fallout, although I didn't really get a lot of fallout. I'm just going to do the same to the other eye. Oh, sometimes, just for the sake of this video, I do this. I get my little flat brush and then I might go into like one of these highlighter colours, which is, this one is Pursue. I go into Pursue or whatever, Dream or Eager, whatever colour I'm feeling up to it, and I just go like that, bang. And it just kind of, you know, highlights that area. Hop. So I'm just going to do the other eye. I'll be right back. Honestly, the quickest eye makeup tutorial, honestly. So all I'm doing is lashing on a load of mascara top and bottom. So this one is by Too Faced Better Than Sex, and I just love this one because you can really like clump your bottom lashes with this. You have to be really careful because the spoolie on this is very thick, as you can see. But like you could, if you want, just leave it like that. But I like wear lashes every day and I just reuse them. So yeah, it's just handy. So mine are already cut and shaped, and I think they just go on better and they feel better once they've been used. So yeah, I always use clear duo glue, so this one is the one that I'm using. Absolutely love. In my opinion, it's the best glue, but I don't really use a lot of other glues. Tilt your head back. I always get from my clients, they never know how to put on lashes and they struggle. I just tilt my head back and it gives me the room to go behind it. And then if you just like tilt and then you're going in from behind, you do need to let your glue dry a bit tacky, so leave it 30 seconds. If you put loads of glue on it, it's going to be moving around, and you do need to put a little, goes a long way. Don't put on a load of glue. And yeah, you just try and go behind and slip it in. Oh, that sounded very sexual, very quick. Slip it in. Sorry. Let that set. And then I grab one of these tweezy things if I can't do it when I don't have my fake nails. Oh yeah, I've started doing my own nails. Now they're very badly done, so don't judge me. But I'm just getting back into it now. I'm not doing it professionally like I used to. I'm doing it for myself. I just got the urge to do it and I had to buy the whole kit, and then I realised I actually hate filing. So now my next thing on the list is to buy a nail file, which is very expensive, or I just don't know where to get one. I've never used one before. Like when I used to do nails back then, it wasn't like that many moons ago that important. Or not important, that like they weren't, maybe they were used, I don't know. So I'm just grabbing this tweezers. This is actually by So Sue. I got this set for Christmas and this came with it, and yeah, I do like it better than tweezers because I feel like it's safe just with the shape. It's not like a typical, you know, tweezers. And I just pinch it at the, oh, I have some. I just pinch it at the corners like that so it's flush to my lash line. I actually don't do that for work. I just throw my lashes on and whatever way they stick, they stick. But again, for this video, I'm trying to seem a bit more professional. So yeah, but like I do my eyes like that, and it is, you know, my go-to at the moment. I always get bored of it and switch it up. So lastly, I do have a lip product that I throw on that I'm not fluffing about in the mornings, that gives me a nice like shine to my lips without drying it all day. I don't need to top it up, and it is the double glazed Be Perfect in the shade Mojo, and I love this. I always wear this going to work. It's so handy. I don't need a lip liner. So what I do is I take majority of the product off. Like this is so pigmented. I really don't use a lot. So I've already done one side taken off. And now I go back in and I take the other side. You'll see why, like it's just so pigmented. I don't like it too glossy and too in your face. Like look at that already. And I wiped both sides. And I just kind of spread it and then use the brush to shape my lips. Like, I'm sorry, but how, like, that was just so easy, and how pigmented is this lip gloss thing? I don't know what it is. It's just a coloured lip gloss. But yeah, I got that in the set, the Jack Jossett set. I think, where did I leave that eyeshadow palette? Did I bring it into work? Anyways, that came from that set. So this is my go-to everyday going to work makeup. Told you it is very quick. I think the duration of this video is like 10 minutes, and that's literally how long I would spend on my face, no more than that. When I'm awake so early in the morning, I do not want to be doing like a long makeup look. I just need to get myself ready and go for the day that's in it. So yeah, I always do my quick hair and a quick makeup. But look, it looks still very done up and very glam in my opinion. I could go a lot more natural, but for my profession, I think it's nice to just kind of go a little bit like extra because I'm obviously a makeup artist. Oh, and let me know down in the comments below, did you like the new, you know, I don't know what that's called, like the dot foundation blusher cream application, I don't know, situation. Let me know down in the comments below, did you like that? Are you going to try it, or do you like more doing like the old school, doing it layer by layer? And yeah, I actually did really like doing it and it came out really well. It took me like 2 minutes. So if you can perfect that skill, why not do it? It saves you a lot of time. A lot. Obviously practice makes perfect. So anyways, if you like these little videos, don't forget to give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button down below, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye!